All right, let's go over cut. So that was the first video we did, was a lot of talking about go and how we're gonna run go. All right, the complement to go is cut, which if you look at like traditional wing tee, if you want to look things up on our offense, we're a wing tee team. We're semi-traditional, but if you look up buck sweep is go, buck sweep, and the buck series is what I'm talking about when I say sweep series. So buck sweep is go, and now we're going to talk about buck trap, which is the complement to the buck sweep. So we call it cut. It's also called buck trap. So staying in the sweep series, okay. We're going to talk about O-line rules, okay. And again, O-line rules for cut. We start off with our Z, and we got our Y, or our tight end. Okay, your tight tackle, tight guard, your center, split guard, split tackle. Again, out of the left formation, if we're talking, right here's your Z, your Y, or your tight end, right here. Okay, your tight tackle, tight guard. All of them are set at the heels of the center. Their hand at the heels, make sure their helmet's breaking the hip. Their split guard, and your split tackle. Now when these guys get to high school, the reason we label it split guard, split tackle, tight, is your tight side personnel always stays with the tight end. So if we go tight end right, they're going to the right. What that allows us to do is teach the rules, and the rules are the same on either side of the ball. So your split end would have your X out there, and again we talked a little bit in that first video about our X and about what we expect out of him. Okay, here's your H, halfback. Okay, your Q, and then your fullback. Again, heels at 4.5 to 5, hand placement at about 4, maybe a little bit tighter with the youth level. All right, so talking about the blocking assignments, okay, what we're going to do is basically on the front side of this play, we are not going to block any. The rule on cut is very simple. Cut, we are not blocking anybody at the line of scrimmage outside of the A gap. Okay? So anybody on the line of scrimmage outside of the A gap is not going to be blocked. We're going to let those guys go. Okay? So that means if we're going to see, this is ideally the front we want to see, is we get a D tackle playing a 3 technique on the guard. Okay? Right here, get your D end, and the D ends will play kind of anywhere on us. We'll get a 5 technique, we'll get a 7. You know, they'll line up anywhere. Okay, but again, that guy doesn't matter because we're not blocking him. D in here, let's say you got a 44 defense, you're going to have an inside linebacker basically over the guards or outside shade on the guards. Okay, linebacker squatted outside, linebacker squatted outside. I can show this against an odd front, but the rules don't change. It doesn't matter. Okay, so we're not blocking anybody else. So at D tackle, D end, and let's just say that linebacker's walked up because they're trying to stop go a lot on us. Okay, things like that, or we'll put a corner up here, put this linebacker here. Okay, so you get this box here, and what we're looking for with these guys here, okay, is we're gonna bring everybody we can to the Mike linebacker or this play side inside linebacker. We're gonna try and bring the house at that guy. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna avoid these guys at the first level. All right, so he's got a pretty clear shot because he's uncovered. Okay, so he's going right here. Okay, the Y, this guy gets off the ball. We're gonna come here and look to wall. What we're trying to do is build a wall right here. Okay, with these guys. This guy's going to come here. Now, if that linebacker's a blitzer or a plugger, he's got to look here first, and then he's looking to wall on the backside. Okay, again, leaving this guy unblocked. Our Z is going to get to the next level like it's down block, making it look like go, right? He's going to take those down gap, the dog bone steps, down gap, backer on, okay? And then he's going to look to hinge out and seal that guy, because basically what's going to happen is That guy's been seeing go. This corner's been seeing go. They see that the down block steps by the Z. they fill to the outside, we wall him off. Okay? Now our center is going to man on nose, and you got a single side nose right here. Okay? If this was an A-gap player, if you had a guy over here on the A-gap, the tight guard is responsible for him. Okay? If he's head up on the center, we're going to double team him. So if he's backside, tight guard's solo blocking on that guy, he's got a good angle on a down block, we're going to seal him again. Nobody outside the A-gap, but if we have an A-gap player, that tight guard is responsible for him. Okay? The center is, and so his rule is the dog bone rule. Okay? On cut. These guys right here, their rule on this is release to the mic. Okay? Inside release to the outside backer or whoever shows. Okay? Now if they don't have a guy out here, we're just bringing all three of those guys to the mic linebacker. We're just going to kick that dude's ass. And we got some film clips that are pretty funny because those guys take pride in going down there and kicking some butt. All right, we're going to block back with our center here. Again, split tackle is going to reach step to the inside, so he's reaching inside. There's no threat. There's no immediate threat to the inside, so he's going to take that reach step to the inside and wall off here. Okay, we may sometimes make an adjustment. If this guy's really fast, screaming off the backside, we will make an adjustment and just keep him home on that guy. Again, those are game time adjustments, but his rule is reach inside, no different than it would be on go. Okay, so if that DN were head up on him, he wants to reach through this guy right here, okay? And make sure that that guy can't slant across his face and make that play in the backfield. All right, so again, right here, release to wall outside linebacker. So he's going to release inside, we'll put inside release to the wall, the outside linebacker. So inside release to the wall, okay? Your tight end is release to Mike or inside linebacker. Okay, tight tackle, release to Mike. Tight guard, DGBO, dog bone block to backer. Really, the rule itself takes care of that. Okay, so DGBO, he's down gap, backer on. Okay, but not going to be on. I should take that out of there. So down gap backer right here. He's basically responsible for his gap. If there's a guy head up on him, we're going to trap that guy, all right? Because he's outside the A gap. So down gap backer. Okay, the center is man on area or man on nose. Okay, your split guard, we call this a 10 trap. Okay, your split tackle is a 9 seal or 9 rip, 9 reach, I should say. He's sealing the B gap with a reach block. So a 9 reach or an inside reach. Okay, so those are your rules on cut. The key is we don't want to touch these guys right here. We want them to run upfield. Okay, the backfield is exactly the same steps. When we just talked about those bird dog steps, it's the same thing. Quarterback's going to be left foot back, right foot forward. He's going to get that ball. He's going to open up to his right, pivot on his left foot, hide the ball from the defense. Fullback's taking 1 step right. 2nd step, he's getting the ball from the quarterback off the midline. Quarterback's staying on the midline. Okay, that fullback's going to plant his 3rd foot. By this time, okay, this split guard, and let me get back to this split guard's block. Split guard is a 10 trap. So his first step is downhill. That center better get his ass off the ball because we want to scrape through, scrape paint or strike a match with that center basically. We want to come right off of his ass and block with our left shoulder. Okay, so we're going to have our head in the hole. It's a left shoulder block, and we're running that guy through here. Our head on this side, post hand here, left shoulder block. So we're trapping left. We're always going to use our left side, okay, so that guy cannot fight over the top of that trap block. We are not going to chase. If that guy flies upfield like that, that guy's turning and we're kicking that linebacker's ass with 1 more guy. So again, that turns into basically like a power O, okay, if that guy chases upfield. If not, we're going to trap the shit out of him. But the rule for him, he must cross the line of scrimmage. He has to get downhill. We're not trapping this way. Because if we go this way with that guy's going to get across his face and blow that thing up in the backfield. If you see our trap not work, 90% of the time it's because of a poor step by the split guard. He has to get downhill and block that guy. He's got to have his head on the inside, block with his left shoulder, open that thing up. Now, getting back to what we were talking about with this fullback, if that fullback runs a dive right here, he's running right into that D tackle, or if he cuts it back just a little bit and stays vertical, we're blocking this dude all right here. So we're bringing the house to the middle of the field. If he stays in the middle of the field, it's not going anywhere. okay, against a well-coached team. Sometimes in football we just get away with it because those guys are still looking at the halfback. But when this play hits big, it's because he takes that third step, puts his foot in the ground, and cuts that thing across the grain. And this guy's getting upfield, this guy's being sealed. Okay, if that linebacker right there jumps inside for any reason, okay, we're going to seal him inside. But we want to get out to here and now get vertical. And what happens is in a game, he's going to see that. He's going to see that guy blocking. He's going to see the green grass right there. But he'll see that green grass once he cuts back here. He's got to get out of this traffic, and we're trying to build a wall right there for him. Okay? And there's his running lane. So that's the trap, and then he can get vertical here. In practice, what we'll do is let's say we're on a field, and these are the down lines here. Okay, so let's just say this is the football field here, right? Okay, hypothetical football field right here. Okay, you get your hash marks, da da da. You guys feel me? All right, so let's say this is the goal line, 5, 10, 15, 20, all right? So let's say we're doing our drill over here on this hash mark on the 15. I like to use the field going this way because those lines help in terms of where we want things to hit, especially when we're going with just the backfield, okay? So I got my fullback here. I got my H over here offset. I got my Z over here offset, all right? And what we're doing here is we'll set up a cone sometimes all the way over here on the sideline, all right? And that's really his aiming point. So what we're doing is he's going to come here, and he's finding that cone all the way over here because as long as he trains his body to get across the field laterally, his eyeballs are always going to be looking. As soon as he sees green grass, he's making that cut up field. But it's really important that he gets this way underneath that wall that we're making right there for him. That makes sense? Okay, follow me? Any questions on that? So again, making a wall, down block, this guard's going to trap, and we're getting, I really should have drawn that a little different because that trap block's going to take place here. Okay, that D tag will be here, right here. Okay, we're still crossing the line of scrimmage. He's getting that ball here, and he's going to be right behind that trap block. So that was a bad drawing by me. All right, but that's we want that thing to hit right there. And usually what ends up happening is this guy, especially in youth ball, well, one of two things is going to happen. He's going to be a turd, and he's going to be sitting there, and hopefully your split guard rocks his world. Or he's going to be a guy that they got there shooting gaps, and he's going to get upfield, and he's going to take himself out of the play anyways. Now, backfield-wise, as soon as we give that ball to the fullback, halfback is running his go. All right, and what happens is that go that we're running here on the play side for these guys right here that we're not overly concerned about, that safety over on this side, they're all keying him. So as long as he's taking those down block steps to the inside, these guys are filling, they're seeing that halfback come across, he's going to fake, get the ball, roll across, and he's carrying out a good fake right here. Okay, and if you saw against Tremper last year, when we hit that big one, Jagger cut it back, came upfield, and our halfback actually passed him up and threw a block that sprung for a touchdown because he was carrying out a good fake. Okay, but what happened, this guy right here is the one that sets up cut more than anything because we're running go so much that we're taking these guys right here, they start packing this outside over here, getting more and more guys outside. You'll see this. You get these guys way outside of us and stuff. That's what we want to see. Okay, so any questions on that? Let's cut. Okay, I go through all the blocks, and then again, your split tackle is just reaching on the backside. If that guy, only way that guy's making a play is if he's crashing hard. So we tell our guys, hey, rip, make sure he can't crash hard across your face, but at that point, just start climbing to the next level. And let's sprint that thing for a big one. Make sense? So that's cut, that's our inside trap, and that's a big play out of our sweep series out of go. So that's our second play we teach, and usually when we teach these plays, we'll basically order them on a wristband for the youth in the order that we teach them. So we'll start with a red column, and really early on when we do our no huddle system, we're teaching it we're labeling it in the progression that we teach it. So 1 is go, 2 is cut, all right, and then if we want to run go keep, and all go keep is everybody else is running go and the quarterback's keeping the ball on the backside. Go keep is just 1, and we're going like this to the quarterback.